角。烦恼不见了，开心的快疯了，你从不计较，服务好的很荒谬，有你在撑腰，幸福的快炸掉，大声炫耀，要高峰，去天峰，要高峰 ，TFBO。最快速的方式，快乐出手就得到，满满的安全感，幸福在转角。烦恼不见了，开心的快疯了，你从不计较，服务好的很荒谬，有你在撑腰，幸福的快炸掉，大声炫耀，要高峰，去天峰，要高峰 ，TFBO。
That's right. Here with me are Gerald Anderson here in my right, and on my left is Wutipong Dasam. So I have a question for you guys. Let's start with Gerald. So your new movie is now showing, which is shot internationally, and right now you're here with us in the AsiaBasket International Tournament. How does it feel that you're the forefront of the third floor in your very first international tournament and bringing with you a handful of Filipino talent?
Well, first of all, very excited, privileged to be here, to be able to play in a league like this, and to be able to play with fellow Filipinos and support local. So I'm happy to be here.
That's good to know. And also, you won't be playing with an import tonight. Will that change anything with the level of play that you're expecting?
With the level of play, no. Intensity, we have to work even harder.
All right, thank you. Now here with me is Wutipong. You are a seasoned player from Thailand, known across the region. And in this tournament, you'll be playing alongside younger talents from Malaysia. Is there mentorship dynamics within the team, and how are they responding to that?
As a team, I think we're pretty good. The guys are young and they really want to play and they really want to win. So it's great to be here and it's great to be back in Malaysia with AsiaBasket too. So, yeah.
What's the biggest challenge that you're expecting for this game?
Just coming together as a team, getting our chemistry down, knowing how each other plays, and that's about it.
All right, we've heard from the two teams and how they will fight for the win. Back to you, Ben and Mark.
Thanks very much, Shell, and very, very good interview right there. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful tournament, the 2023 AsiaBasket International Tournament right here in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, Mark Dandan, and Shell Gambao. And apologies for the technical difficulty earlier. We were supposed to start the show, but it went straight to Shell, who did an outstanding job with the interview. Right next to me is Mark Dandan, a very, very good coach from the Philippines, and he's now playing wearing his analyst hat and analyst coat here, right here in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Mark, selamat datang, kumusta, welcome to this wonderful tournament.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm very excited to be here. I'm excited to see all the international teams going up against our Filipino teams. So hopefully we'll get a good quality game here tonight.
Absolutely, and tonight it is the second game of the first day. Tomorrow is a rest day. A lot of the teams are still not here as yet. They're settling in, but from Tuesday onwards, right until the 18th of April, we will have, well, for this coming week anyway, we will have 4 games a day, and it will be exciting teams from the Philippines and Malaysia. I'll tell our viewers about the Malaysian teams in a minute, but why don't you tell our viewers about the Philippines teams who are coming to this tournament, for this tournament, Mark?
We have 2 outstanding collegiate teams coming in from the Philippines in Beda University and the College St. Benil. Right now we have here on the floor, 3rd floor KALOSph PH, a seasoned team. They played local leagues in the Philippines, but this is their first time playing internationally. So we'll see how they'll adjust to the international style of play, it being their first time here.
Absolutely. No, I had a chat to some of these guys before, and there we see the name of Vanguardia. Now, Vanguardia is a very famous name in Malaysian basketball because of Coach Ariel Vanguardia, who coached the KL Dragons for a few years and led them to a championship, and he's done some great work with the Malaysian ecosystem as well. Some of those players playing in this tournament for the 2023 AsiaBasket International right here in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. There's Coach Guga Deswadan Batu Malai. He has played, aka Coach Guga. He has coached this team for quite a number of years, an ex-point guard, an ex-shooting guard for the Malaysian national team. He used to play for the KL Dragons. He has played for Malacca for a very, very long time. So him and Coach E. Kee Lip will be bringing that, well, backcourt flavor to this team because both were outstanding shooters, outstanding guards in their day, respectively.
Yeah, so we're looking at quite a good matchup today. We have a young team in MBC and a seasoned team here with 3rd floor KALOSph PH.
That's right. So, you know what? The basketball at hand right now, look at this MBC team. In my opinion, Mark, they are the underdog against this, well, quite experienced, this experienced Philippines teams, the 3rd floor boys. I'm just going to call them the 3rd floor boys.
Yeah. That's all good. That's all good.
No, but what do you think? I mean, like, you know, what do you think? Is it a bit of a David versus Goliath battle today, or is it going to be hammer and tong basketball for 4 full quarters?
I believe it's going to be a really good game, but right now Let's throw it over to Ken Pangilinan, our game announcer.
It's our main game featuring the MBC Kirin and the 3rd floor KALOSph Cooly. And now let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with the MBC Kirin. Small forward number 10 in 1 Saul. Power forward number 11, Willie Paul Aseel. At center number 2, Filbasket. Shooting guard number 26, wa.link. And at point guard number 24, the perfect boy, the head coach of MBC Kirin is Kuala, assisted by Kirin. And now the starting line for the 3rd floor KALOSph Cooly. Starting at small forward number 16, Chris Norris. Power forward number 14, Irving Mendoza. At center number 6, Julian Gonzalez. Point guard number 8, Th3rd. And at shooting guard number 3, Gerald Anderson. The head coach of the 3rd floor KALOSph Cooly is Joseph Hill, assisted by the birthday boy, Beda. Our records from coordinating crew chief, Livestream, umpire 1, and umpire 2, Machateam.
Thanks very much, Ken, for that wonderful introduction. So let's look at the starting five right now. William Beda off a very, very good season with the Cooly, well, with the Bangkok Tigers from the ASEAN Basketball League. He was instrumental with that team. A team that struggled a lot, but as an import, he really, really carried that team to well, not some major wins. And one already started. Dexter on the scoreboard. Dexter Zamora. Malaysia is his home. But that basket will not count. Offensive foul, Mark.
He got caught warding off with his left hand on the finish. He thought he could sneak it by the referees, but the referees are pretty sharp tonight.
Well, the referee is referee none other than referee Nicole, one of the best referees in the region, if not the world, in my opinion. She's so strict. She's so no-nonsense. Tried to do the lob pass right there and does some foot on the line. So struggling to start with some momentum here, Mark.
Yeah, early on you can see MBC trying to push the pace. Obviously, they're trying to generate easy baskets from the early transition.
So here comes the 3rd floor boys from outside the arc, looking for the handoff. Top of the D, drive, attacks the rim with floater. No, good rebound by Beda. Here they come. Lee Jia-jun, dynamite point guard on the drive, but foot on the line. Again, it goes the other way.
Now, it feels like MBC is just trying to rush it too much right now. You gotta settle down first. Maybe get it to the hole, get a free throw.
Absolutely. I mean, there's really, I know Malaysian basketball, speaking from Malaysian myself, it's all about run and gun, but you gotta protect that ball, protect your position. Pump fake, no. Good rebound by Dasum. He's so good at winning those defensive boards. Jia-jun hasn't played for a while. I call him the air condition man because he used to work for an air condition company. Up top with the pop and the drop right there.
Excellent kick out from Beda right there to Wutipong Dasom, hitting that open three.
Now the MBC team from Malacca, the land of very, very nice food. And Junker Street for all people who love Malacca. A lot of Singapore citizens love to come to Malacca for a holiday, but this ain't no holiday. Good ball, intercept pass right there. Well, intercept off the pass right there. Spin and drops it in right there. They needed better, much better interior defense right there, Mark. That was poor by Malacca team. I might be being a bit harsh.
Beda can't do it alone. You know, obviously the 3rd floor team is at a disadvantage without their world import. Making up for it, obviously, with their perimeter defense.
Great steal there by Dexter. Behind the back pass to a very, very open Irvin Mendoza, who just flew to the rim easily and got the basket. And all of a sudden, the third floor boys, should I say, the third floor KALOSph Cooly team in front by a single point.
They're really taking advantage of good pressure on the perimeter, giving MBC a really hard time trying to set up their offense in the half court.
Very much so. And amazing. Now this is Wan Seong, one of Coach Iki Lip's great products. He was with Aseel for quite some time. From the outside, go outside again for the nice high arcing three, not the nicest stroke in the world. Here comes Dexter, he's on fire at the moment with a bulk of possession. Look at that on the drive. Playing with great confidence off the screen, tries to float it, banks it in. The bank is open on a Sunday night in Malaysia.
Is it open here?
Well, with that bank shot, yes.
But on all seriousness, the perimeter guys of third floor KALOSph doing a great job on both ends, Ben. They're just taking control of the game.
No, they've hit a rhythm right now. I do agree with you, Mark. And they've got to stick to that rhythm because, you know what? They're just going to keep on pounding.
Yeah, and Dexter Zamora is actually coming from a good college program from the Lyceum of the Philippines. He's had a lot of experience there. He's made it to the finals. Let's see if it translates here.
Beda drives the lane. Easy layout with a left-handed finish. Good move. Too big. Too strong.
Yeah, with the lack of a world import, Vedder can easily take advantage of his height and heft inside the paint.
Yes. Good pass inside. Ooh, and an almost and one, but that's an and none, as I like to say. So it will be 2 shots for the third floor boys. And I must admit, they were slow to start a little bit there, Mark, but they've really hit their rhythm. You know, being fancy, driving the lane, attacking the cup, and playing with great confidence.
Yeah, you got to give him some credit. They came in at 3 a.m. this morning.
My God.
So they're probably kind of still a bit out of it. That might explain
no, you know
the slow
what?
start.
Sometimes your adrenaline is on your side.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So,
this being their first international tournament, too.
Absolutely, but this is Jumilson Portales. And what can you tell me about this guy right here?
Yeah, Portales came from the Diliman college basketball team. He's a very active big guy. He plays the 4 spot usually for his team. He's going to bring a lot of athleticism and defense for his team right now.
Well, he's got a bit of size about him as well. And don't forget, we have a celebrity playing, Gerald Anderson, famous Filipino actor, 1 million followers. Oh, in and out right there. Beda! Oh, is that a travel?
That's a travel.
That's a travel.
Got caught.
He got definitely caught right there.
You know, Gerald Anderson is like saying Brad Pitt back in the Philippines.
Yeah. No, I mean, my wife, I'll be honest with you, is absolutely fuming at me. Because she wanted to come today, but I needed her to look after the kids. So I told her she could come on the other game, but he's a very nice guy. Just met him. Him and his, you know, he's got a very, very strong social media following. And off the steal, step back. Is that a long 2? No, but it wouldn't come, the basket did not drop anyway. Got to get over half court. Good pass there. Zamora the kick. Drive. That's a travel. Good call, referee Nicole.
Yeah, that's not just there for the third floor team right now. Vedder is too big and too good for a straight post attack for the Filipinos. And you can see the replay here. Yeah, that's really good defense by Vedder, just holding his ground, making sure his man commits a mistake.
Well, he just should have put his hands up and he would have sealed the deal, but the referee bought into it, so that's a good sales pitch right there, but he wasn't trying to sell too much. He was just really, really trying to get in legal defensive guarding position. Lee Jia-jun, a bit quiet for his liking. Usually in Malaysian games, he's on fire, but the standard is higher today. From the wing, stings it from the outside, off the glass. Lee Jia-jun.
Yeah, the back is really open Sundays here, huh, Ben?
Oh yes, we Malaysians love to work. Dexter penetrates up. Oh, that's poor defense. I mean, good move by Dexter, but that's got to be better defense by MBC. Coach Iki Lip and Guga will not be happy with that. Air ball The air condition took that one. Here comes Dexter on the drive with the pass. Attacks the cup. No. And Dexter saying to his guys, come on, man, box out.
Yeah, he can't do it alone. Despite the height advantage, obviously Vedder is trying to preserve himself foul-wise, just raising his hands, not really trying to do anything much else.
Dasum, the celebrity, he's a model, he's an actor, he's a finance man, but not quite the shooter right there. He's ABL champion as well. Dexter, he's got 2 players on him. Good kick. Trying to swing it to the middle, but we'll just hold it on the right-sided, on the left-sided wing. Up! Ooh, and there's a foul right there.
Yeah, that's the second time, Ben, that MBC defense has been caught sleeping on the back door. Second time they'd slipped back and gotten a foul from the MBC players.
Absolutely. So here comes Dexter. He's having a pretty good game. Not just the way he scored, but he shared the ball. I swear, his quarterback skills, amazing.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he comes from a good college basketball pedigree back from the Philippines. He's very experienced.
But he's also played as an import in Penang
Yeah.
and other states in Malaysia. So he was telling me, we were having a joke before the game. He was having a laugh. He said, hey, I see some of my friends, my Malaysian friends. So he's a very nice guy, very mature guy. I really see him playing in Malaysia and other parts of the ASEAN or Asia for a good long time to come. At the moment, the third floor boys up by, well, I was about to say 5, but now they're now only up by a deuce. Good open shot right there. And you know what? MBC trying to find some consistency here, Mark.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Joseph of third floor, you're not happy with that, having your guys with their hands down, giving up open, relaxed 3-point shots.
Yeah, it was too open right there. And now MBC, they've apart from William Dexter, let's have a look at this move right here. They've gone a bit small, and yeah, it's basically this big man right there, you know, Beda protecting the rim.
Yeah, it seems like Coach Guga's technique right here is to send all penetrations down to Vedder and have him stop everything.
On the outside, wing shoots from the left side, misses that by a country mile. Jason Lee, the banking student, gives it away. Dexter says, thank you very much. I will drive, and I will lay it in right there. That's a gimme for Jason Lee.
He's really
From
taking,
Jason Lee, should I say.
he's really taking advantage of the pace and the lack of experience of these Malaysian guards.
Well, that's the good high press right there by the third floor boys. Off the fake, goes for the 3. Bang! Great shot right there by the one and only William Beda.
Yeah. MBC keeping this game close with their 3-point shots. That's the fourth make right now for MBC above the arc.
Well, that's Malaysian basketball for you. Like I told you off screen, run and gun and try to shoot the lights out, and that's what it is. At the moment, it's keeping them in this game. But Mark, is that kind of basketball sustainable? Let's have a look at this replay right here first.
Excellent Pinoy step, as we call it. Getting the foul there.
You call it the what? The
Pinoy step, yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that one. You know, we have the Euro step, but we have the Pinoy step.
It's taking off. We've seen it on Instagram from the U.S. trainers. They're trying to teach it now to their players back in the U.S.
Well, what we see and then we try to do, huh?
Uh-huh.
So this is Genmar right here. Played for AMA Online Senior High, a PBA D-League team.
Yep.
So
It's an air ball right there.
Oop, and the backdrop has a bit of a say in this game. So
He's not happy with that air ball.
no, the backdrop can talk.
Yep.
So very much 16-14 right here at the moment. All jokes aside, it's a tight game thus far if you're neutral. So this is a good high press right here by the third floor boys. Lee Jia-jun off the fake. Wide open for the triple. Misses that. Gets the rebound and well recovered right there by Jason Lee. And he's thanking his lucky stars that he got that basket because he turned it over earlier that led to a basket by Dexter.
Oh, yes, sir. That it's good hustle. Kept his head in there. Fortunately, the bounce came his way.
Great shot right there by Genmar. But again, Mark, I'm sounding like a broken record. The interior defense of Malacca, question marks.
Yeah, it seems like Beda isn't really keen on trying to challenge any shots in the paint. And obviously, taking shots from the outside is something you don't want to see from your world import.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to see him get in there and penetrate. There's a steal right there. Bounce pass. Flies to the cup and finishes with a finger roll at the tin right there. And that is Leong Jengkang.
Yes, and if you're Coach Guga Batumala, you want to see better perimeter defense from your guards because these Filipino players are getting in the paint at will, as we can see.
Oh, that's too easy. He just glided to the cup with no problem. Genma, he's probably approaching double digits right now. He's got, well, not double digits yet, but at the moment he's on 5 points, can score easily another few more points. Out, swing, wide open again, bang! 3-point shot, Jason Lee, just like he did at the 3x3 tournament in Turkey last year at the World University Games.
So you gotta love that extra pass, the one more pass to the open shooter, knocking it down.
And here comes the celebrity, Gerald Anderson. He's as big as Jericho Rosales. And, well, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know, I'm not from the Philippines, but to me, Jericho Rosales and all your Miss Universe Philippines, they're as big as they come.
Yep.
You know, very, very Insta-famous people.
We love our actors and actresses back home, definitely.
Absolutely. Basketball players and actors, right?
Yep.
Those are the two high-profile positions back in the Philippines. And couldn't finish it at the rim. He thought he was fouled. And I want to say a big shout-out to all our viewers from the Philippines. Kumusta? Maganda ang Pilipinas. Okay, and a big shout-out to all my friends in Zamboanga as well, who showed me a lot of love during the regular ASEAN Basketball League season, and they sent me nice messages. So big shout out to all of them as well as all my friends in Manila, Quezon City, Pampanga, Clark, Philippines is a wonderful country.
Again, the lack of interior defense and the perimeter defense of MBC is right now very questionable, Ben. The Filipino players have been going inside.
No, it's not questionable. It's really, really, I'm going to be diplomatic, very, very ordinary. And right now they're bringing on their import who's from Congo, who's a university student right here in Malaysia, Tishek Bosango, only 21 years of age, 6'3", and, you know, really nice guy. Let's see if that attitude can make a difference right here, right now, because their interior defense needs to be really, really, you know, really strengthened big time, Mark.
Yeah, I know that their 3-point shots right now, they're falling, but we don't know how sustainable this kind of play is. So the defense needs to be better as the game goes on.
On the drive, good pass, open, couldn't drop it in. Good tap there by the big Congo man, T-Shake.
Bosango.
Yes, he gave that a bit of a shake. Just like his namesake.
Seems to be pretty athletic and very mobile for a big guy.
That's it. Here's Anderson. And this is much better here by Malacca, Mark.
Yeah. Now that's what you want. You want the Filipinos settling for outside shots, challenged outside shots. Obviously, MBC is the bigger team and they can control the rebound better. And that's what you want to see if you're Coach Guga Batumala.
14.4 seconds before the end of the first period. It's been a very close game from start to right now. 1-point game at the moment. Malaysia took an early lead. The MBC boys, called the Malacca boys, the Kirin boys, shall I say. But you know what? Some really, really, well, lackadaisical defense by MBC just led to the third floor boys just gliding to the cup with ease. Open, kick. Lee Jia-jun, will he pull up? He goes for the three. Misses that. Just a rush shot right there. Still some time to make another basket. The third floor boys. And just wasn't aware of the clock. Gerald Anderson. He's also the owner of the team. So at the moment, it's a tight game. It is the third floor team, or the third floor KALOSph Cooly team, 22, MBC Kirin, 21. Let's have a look at the highlights right here.
It's been a contrast of styles this first quarter. We've seen third floor KALOSph driving to the rim at ease, and we can see MBC throwing up multiple three-point shots. So it's been a battle of inside versus the outside during the first quarter. Ben.
No, I do agree with you right there, but but I'm just really impressed with Dexter, Zamora, and also with William Beda. He's doing too much work himself offensively and defensively. The Malaysian players came into the game like Lee Jia-dun and Jason Lee hitting some big three-point shots, but they need to be more consistent. I'm a little bit critical of Malaysian players, Mark. I've been commentating in Malaysia and overseas, but mainly in Malaysia for almost 15 years, and I see the same thing all the time. Run, gun, shoot, lack of trying to, attacking the glass and crashing the boards to get those rebounds. Come on, man, box out. These guys are my friends. I'm telling you, you're my friends, but for the love of God, rebound.
Yeah, I know, and it's something you have to preach, especially when you're teaching young kids. Fundamentals.
Absolutely.
Right? Boxing out, not jumping against, especially if you're boxing out against bigger guys. If you're defending a quicker guy, how to move your feet properly. It all boils down to the fundamentals. And I know coaches have been teaching in all the countries in the world, trying to teach our kids basketball fundamentals. And it shows as you grow up the need for great foundations when it comes to that.
Absolutely. That's something that in Malaysia that we're trying to really get to. We're trying to set up a lot of leagues, and the 2023 AsiaBasket International Tournament has really played a big part. And now our courtside reporter Shell wants to come in and say a few things. Shell, what's going on?
Hey, Ben and Mark. So I was in the huddles earlier, and I heard Coach Joseph talking to the third floor with the pointing out taking advantage of the weak defense of MBC, and on the other side, I've also heard that they should be working on the weak defense of the team. So let's see how these constructive directions from the coaches will play out in the next quarter. That is it. Back to you, Ben and Mark.
Thanks very much, Shell. Now, that's a really good point that Shell brought up. Really take advantage of the poor interior defense by Malacca. But Coach Iki Lip, the assistant coach of this team, who a lot of these players, the Malaysian players, were with him with Aseel last year in the domestic season. So he's got a point to prove. So he's a defensive coach first. So he will be telling these guys, come on, guys, protect the ball and really protect the rim.
If you're Coach E, you'd have loved the pressure right there, generating steal. Right now, trying to work their half-court offense with a kick out, and we're going to see another three from them.
Oh, in and out. Couldn't quite get that to drop right there for T-Shake. Here they come on the other side. Around. Couldn't get the finish right there, but it was entertaining. Lee Jia-dun on the wing. Shoots from the mid-range. Couldn't quite get there from the top of the key. Dexter. Good pass, up, rebound, goes for it. Second chance. Look at that hustle there by the third floor boys.
Yeah, Gladys Lapalam, again from another famous college in the Philippines, working very hard on the glass, exploiting the absence of the world import Beda inside the paint.
Absolutely. Dasum on the drive. Flies to the cup. Woody Pong Dasum splits that defense wide open, and that is what this MBC team need. That injection, that drive, and that hustle. But here comes the third floor boys. Turnover, here they come. Take it to the rack and score. A great 4-0 run right here by MBC, Mark.
As Shell pointed out earlier, Coach Guga telling his boys to lock it up in the perimeter, and they've been generating turnovers and converting on the other side.
Absolutely. In the lane. Oh, turnover again. Here they come. One-on-one situation to the tin. Missed. Dawson cleans it up and gets the easy two.
Again, another example of working on the weaknesses from the first quarter. And if you're third floor, how will you adjust? You gotta run more plays, execute better, and be a little more patient when it comes to finishing.
Zamora with a miss. Good rebound there by Lee Jia-dun, a point guard. Grabbing the rebound. That's what you want to see. At half court, Telling everybody to stay patient. Off the handoff from Udipong Dasum. Lee Jia-jun, can he turn on the aircon and cool this team right off? On the drive, bounce pass, not the greatest pass. Kick ball.
No, Ben, I like Lee Jia-jun's bounce and how he carries himself on the floor. He has
I told you,
tempo.
he's got swagger.
Yeah.
This is the type of guy who will be an outstanding coach one day.
Yep.
If you think Malaysian athletes are timid, yes, but not Lee Jia-jun.
Yeah, I like how he controls the pace for his team. He knows when to run it. He knows when to slow it down and dictate the pace.
He just needs to play more basketball so he can be the starting point guard for the Malaysian national team. Oh, not the best pass by Udipong Dasum. Attacks. Bit of a sell right there for Jason Lee. And Jason Lee studying at Taylor's University right now, studying a banking and finance degree. A very reputable university. Let's look at this highlight right here.
Gerald Anderson got caught. His hands got caught in the cookie jar right there. Trying to grab too much.
Well, this is the last guy in the world you want to send to the line because Jason Lee, well, he must have heard me. I must have jinxed him right there. He's a pretty good shooter, you know, a good backcourt player who can rotate between the 1 and the 2. But, you know, but more of a 6-man with a big team. So he's really trying to break that 6-man mold and really trying to start. So hopefully, and Coach Guga and Coach Iki Lip, very good development coaches. Hopefully they can give him that lifeline and that pathway.
Yeah, and it's great that we have tournaments like this, like the AsiaBasket, where we can feature guys like Jason Lee who are trying to break out of his shell, give him more opportunities to play.
Absolutely. For the 3, miss. Good pass there by Jason. T-Shake, can he shake it down? T-Shake on the outside. Jason thinking about the 3. Will he pull up or go for the pass? T-Shake. William posting up. And there's a foul right there.
Yeah, it's a case of just too big against the smaller front line of the 3rd floor KALOSph PH guys. It's about time Th3rd took advantage of essentially, which is all mismatches when he's posted up against the smaller KALOSph PH bigs.
Dasum to double team, but he recovered. Jason. Oh, stolen right there. Good steal by Mr. Anderson. Anderson! Yes! Gerald Anderson. When I called him Mr. Anderson, I thought it was something out of a Matrix movie. But that was a really good move right there. Who said hands-on ownership don't get you baskets and scores and wins? T-Shake to the cup. Oh, what an athletic move. Made an adjustment in the air and scored right there.
A good strong move by T-Shake, showing what they need. More interior scoring for MBC. And as I say that,
and he shakes it from the outside. T-Shake. Bosango from Congo, from downtown.
Shaking up Mamba Stadium.
Absolutely. Posting up on the perimeter. Hey, what's going on with the 3rd floor boys, Mark? They just completely shut down. You know, they're trailing by now 12 points. And their transition game is really struggling right here. And that's why there's going to be a timeout call by Coach Joseph Guillon.
You know, what's happening right now is that everybody's trying to crash for offensive rebounds, leaving out their safety defense. That's why MBC is taking advantage of long outlet passes for easy layups, because the 3rd floor guys right now lacking safeties after they take a shot. All 5 guys are trying to get offensive rebounds. That's the thing. So no one's left to run back.
Absolutely. So like the transition game is struggling right now, but look at that floater right there by Gerald Anderson. And this man right here. Come on, Mark, talk us through this.
I mean, it's nothing special. It's God-given talent right there.
Well, we just love watching that God-given athletic talent on our floor right here, right?
Yep. It makes for really exciting basketball right now. Speaking of exciting basketball, fast break points have been for MBC. And right now, I believe that they've scored at least 10 points off the fast breaks in this quarter alone. They started with even in the first quarter. And the reason this way right now is because they're fast break scoring. So Ben, I have a question.
Sure, man.
It's my first time watching a Malaysian team.
All right.
Do they really play up and down threes every time?
Yes. Like I said, Malaysian basketball is trying to break a mold at the moment from a pathways high performance point of view. Less, more screen, more attacking, more rebound. Stop just going for the pull-up three. That's where Malaysian basketball is stuck at the moment. Look, he wanted to take the three, but he drove and he kicked and he turned it over. That's what happens. That's what happens right here. And here come the third floor boys from downtown. Miss Dasum. And Gerald tries to clean it up, but Dasum gets the rebound, and Shell, our courtside reporter, wants to come in and say a few things. What's going on, Shell, in your world?
All right, we saw a turnaround in the second quarter with now MBC with a stronger defense, and that is why the other team is talking about attacking hard and always looking forward once the possession is with them, and this will help them bring and play an even stronger defense in the coming quarter. Back to you, Ben and Mark.
Thanks very much, Shell. Well, good report right there. As the third floor boys, well, they can't hang on to the ball at the moment. Turnovers are clocking up for both teams, but especially the third floor boys in this quarter. Dasum on the baseline. He's just saying, let's be patient. Let's slow down. We have a nice 12-point lead. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Off the cross. Fires. Jajun with a miss. Wan Seong couldn't get the rebound. He's usually quite a good rebounder. Pass to half court right here. On the outside. Bang! What a shot! Gerald Anderson showing that actors from the Philippines are super multi-talented, especially when they come to Malaysia.
That's what you need. Open shots right there. But again, multiple turnovers this quarter for third floor, costing them a lot of possessions. And the bad thing about it is MBC is converting in all those turnovers.
Well, that was a very, very handy three because they needed it. And Gerald Anderson, the owner of this team, is with 7 points at the moment. That's really, really good.
I told you.
And just tell us a little bit about Gerald Anderson, because he's just not an actor, but he's the real McCoy. He has a strong basketball playing background.
Yeah, he played the high school basketball when he was younger. He's supposed to play college ball before he got into the show business. But during his acting career, he's also moonlighted as a professional basketball player for one of our professional leagues back home.
That's impressive, because I know acting is not, that's a 24/7 job, really. And with all the celebrity stuff that you have to do, the movie shoots and everything, and he's still got time to train and play basketball. And I must give him credit. I met him earlier before the game. Super nice guy.
Yep,
I'll be honest, I took a selfie, and with him, and I'm a bit chuffed about that. But
I should take one too.
I think you should.
I should send it to my wife.
You should. I know she will strangle you with two arms.
For sure.
Yeah, not with a shooting arm as well. So Lee Jia-jun, the man that Mark likes a lot from a basketball perspective. Good half-court press right there by the third floor boys. And you know what? I really love this press that the third floor guys are bringing. They did full court press earlier, but now they're doing half-court press.
Yeah, Coach Joseph trying to change it up, giving MBC different looks on the press. He started with a very high 2-1. Right now, he brought it about 3/4 of the court, forcing their ball carriers inside. He knows that they only have Lee Jia-jun as a #1 point guard.
Yeah, the only point guard.
The only point guard that they have. So he's
Like
forcing other guys.
I think I was quoted in Philippines by a Filipino journalist last year. I said this last year on our first tournament in the 2022 AsiaBasket tournament. There's two things that don't grow on trees here in Malaysia: point guards and bigs. So that's why we always look to the Philippines and North America for those two positions. But you got to build your own talent. Lee Jia-jun is one of them. In the lane, lost the handle. Drives. Oh, good defense right there by the third floor boys. Great D. They're coming back slowly into it as we approach halftime, Mark.
Yeah, that's better transition defense for third floor. They're getting back in time, preventing early threes, catching penetrations. It's something you need to do, especially against a taller MBC team with a lot of shooters too.
So, Lim Wan Seong for the MBC team, a young prodigal talent, number 10. He hasn't scored as yet. He hasn't quite hit his rhythm. He's one of the stars for Coach Iki Lip. Oh, great footwork with a Euro step and finishes right there. And what a move by Genmar.
That's a specialty of the house for Genmar Bragais. It's always been known as a hard-nosed, attack the rim kind of guy, and he's bringing it out here to AsiaBasket.
Well, we hope to see more of that as the years continue. Don't forget AsiaBasket, we're building for the future. We're not just building for now. We started last year in the Philippines and Malaysia, and the owner of this league, Jai Reyes, and well, I like to call him an ex-basketball player, but he'll probably kill me if I say he hears me say that. But before I talk about Jai, let's talk about this replay here, Mark.
Yeah, that's just good passing right there. They're looking for Beda, trying to establish him down in the paint because he's having a hard time trying to put the ball on the floor.
As I was saying, Jai Reyes, the owner of this league, or one of the owners of this league, the co-owners of this league, he still does play as an import here and there. There's a holding foul right there. But you know what? He's done a very good job trying to put this team together, you know, with a very tough time frame, you know, and like at a time where sponsors are not rushing to come back to the fold. So, in my opinion, great guy.
Yeah,
great
he's
job.
very passionate. And we all have to be thankful for him giving us all, not just the basketball guys, but us, an opportunity.
That's right. I mean, you know, basketball is not about players. It's about commentators, coaches, officials, referees. You know, it creates, I mean, it's an economy in itself. And I hopefully, God willing, inshallah, as we say in Malaysia, in the holy month of Ramadan, that, you know, this tournament will grow as big as Kingdom Come one day in basket, you know, because, you know, there's a lot of tournaments on the rise here in Asia at the moment. It's great to see that AsiaBasket is very, very much part of that conversation of growth, development, opportunity, and trying to establish itself as the big thing. And thank you to Jai Reyes and Kwan from the KALOSph team and all the owners and, you know, who have put in some investment, some financials, and definitely, you know, gone out to get the manpower to make it happen.
It takes a village
to
put up something like this.
Oh, it takes 10 villages, man. So
I think there's a sportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, I think so. And Matthew,
wayward elbow.
And that's Matthew Chin at the charity stripe.
So let me ask you something again, Ben. Are you liking how MBC has switched it up?
No, yes, I do. I liked it how they've given this game a bit more diversity. You know, not relying on just the pull-up jump shot and, you know, just trying to look for get open looks and shoot. They're trying something different. They're trying to, you know, win the boards, attack the glass. You know, really attack this team in transition because, no disrespect, the third floor boys are not as fit as what they would like. And three-point shots like that go down, well, who will complain about that?
Yep. And it's a great balance right here by MBC. They're finding the rhythm, scoring on the fast breaks and the half court, getting open three-point shots. It's giving really third floor a lot of problems because they're having a hard time defending Beda, and now they have to defend the shooters.
Absolutely. Now looking for those open looks. Good poke right there by MBC. Their confidence has really, really gone out. That is Ji Guan Yong. More of a D-League player in the Malaysian system. Very, very young guy. As you can see him, very underdeveloped. He needs to bulk up and really frame, you know, improve his frame, improve his conditioning. And that's the story of the MBC guys, apart from the imports and, you know, the guys like Jason Lee and Wudipong Dasum. They are very much, you know, role players who are really trying to take the step up and evolution in their career.
Yeah, and you want to see veterans like Wudipong Dasum and William Beda trying to get these guys up and raise their levels and, you know, show them how a professional basketball player lives.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing that you all in the Philippines have. You know, you have that ecosystem. It's in your high school system. It's in your college system. The girls' game is getting much, much better. You know, and that's what Malaysia is not trying to copy and paste, but try to emulate. You know, and with a new president, well, he's not new anymore. He's been in the job for almost a year and about 4 months. You know, Dr. Sri Lee Tian Hock and the Secretary General of Malaysian basketball. You know, so they are, and the management committee, also by Datuk Tiger and Mr. Sim Heng, you know, really trying to lead that evolution of Malaysian basketball, and they look at Philippines as a role model. So here they come. Oh, with the jump hook.
Oh, nice look right there. Nice after timeout play from Coach Joseph Dion right there, getting an open look in the paint. And we see the press again.
8-second goal.
8-second violation right there.
That's another violation that you'll see a lot here in Malaysia, because again, it all goes back to confidence of the player. And I always say on commentary, get it over half court first, protect the ball, and then pass it. Don't try to shoot it straight away. A bit of defense like that wouldn't hurt. But 1 minute and 15 seconds to go before halftime. This is the last game of day one of the 2023 Asia Basket Tournament. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, Mark Dandan, and Shell Gambao in what is a very, very interesting game. Very tight in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, it belongs to MBC. But the third floor boys not giving up without a fight.
Yeah, MBC's defense really has stepped up.
Ooh. With the follow and puts it in right there. But as it stepped up, it's also stepped down. Look at this run right here by the third floor boys, Mark.
Third floor guys have been very scrappy. They're the smaller team, but they're trying to take advantage of their speed and their toughness. But as I say that, we get an easy drive in Lee Jia-jun.
That was true. I mean, that will give him some will of confidence. A small guy getting to the rack and getting the basket. But again, I think it's the fitness of the third floor boys. It's really, really starting to show at the moment, because I mean, I don't think these guys have been, correct me if I'm wrong, from the research that I've done, I've heard that they haven't been together for too long.
Oh yeah, definitely. They lost their core to the MPBL, or Pro League back home, and they've only practiced, I think, a good 2 weeks, and they arrived very early this morning, 3 a.m., so there's a lot of things going against them, and they don't have their world import, who's had some travel issues.
Oh yes, they don't have their world import, which is Andong.
Yeah,
you know,
he's 6'9", could have
that would be very handy today.
Very handy against
that wingspan.
Will Vedder and the other imports of MBC.
Yeah, well, they've got Woody Pong Dasum. They've got 3 imports playing with the MBC team: William Beda, Woody Pong Dasum, and also Tishek Bosango.
Rolls off the tongue, nice. Tishek Bosango.
Yeah, it's a great name, isn't
it?
It's a great name for commentary. There's certain names that are made for commentary. Hook shot, it's good.
That's the second hook shot. Obviously, Mr. Flores right there works on that every day.
Absolutely.
So that's a great looking shot.
It is, and at the moment, an 8-point ball game. Get it over half court quickly. Shoot the triple. Shoot it, Dasum. Oh, he should have shot it. And is that a foul with 1.4 seconds on the game clock before halftime? And they will take the timeout. MBC not happy with that, coach. Gugadeswaran Batu Malay.
He still has 1.4 seconds left. He could go for a lob for one of his bigger guys like Bosango, or if Vedder's inside. Take advantage of the smaller lineup right now for third floor. Essentially playing 4 wing guys and 1.
And that's our 3-point shot of the game, brought to us by one of our sponsors, TFBO. And Cooly, the assist of the game right there. And the follow was good.
That could have been called for a goaltender there. It's a good follow. And we see Lee Jia-jun's excellent drive.
Inbound, hook shot, too easy.
Yeah, that's a very handy shot to have against bigger guys right there.
Very much so.
Great recovery right there from Dexter Zamora. Coming off the 2-2-1 Chris.
Well, Zamora with 8 points, and you know he had a very good first quarter. Really, really impressed with the way he scored and shared the ball. But Lee Jia-jun having a chat with the referee, telling him how to do his job, which is quite a normal thing in any part of the world in basketball. Shaved a bit of time off. He needs to really inbound and shoot. Who's the shooter?
He's got the 6'9" guy in Ladis Lepalam right in front of him. Trying to get the lob in.
Dasum! Oh, couldn't get the roll and in. And at the moment, it is the end of halftime. MBC Kirin 45, the third floor team from the Philippines 37. We'll be back when we come back, very, very soon. When we come back, it's the second half. Don't go away.
全港幸福在转角。烦恼不见了，开心的快疯了，你从不计较，服务好的很荒谬，有你在重要，幸福的快炸掉，大声炫耀，要高峰，去前方，要高峰 ，TFBO。最快速的方式，快乐出手就得到，满满的安全感，幸福在转角。烦恼不见了，开心的快疯了，你从不计较，服务好的很荒谬，有你在重要，幸福的快炸掉，大声炫耀，要高峰，去前方，要高峰 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 TFBO。
Let's go. The Malaysia versus Filipino is right here. Oh, let's go. Okay. It's still 0-0, okay? Let's go. Is that it? We're gonna cut it. Oh, low post once again. It's right in front of us. Oh, what is this gonna do? Oh, looks like we're gonna play it tomorrow. Let's go. Give me now, okay? Let's go. Kaki. Oh, let's go. Oh, that's a block. Come on, let's go. You guys have to score, okay? Let's go. Okay, he's standing at him. Oh, look at that football. Okay. Behind the back. Crossing. Oh, that's back. Oh, 8-4. Are we really going to play this tomorrow? Let's go, let's go! Let's get it! Let's go, Kaki. Oh! Let's go! He picked that. Come on. We're going to pick 5 points. If not, we take 3 points, okay? Thanks. Okay, it's a face-off. It's a turnaround. You just know one move. You just know one move. But you know it. It's 1-0, okay? 1-0. Winner ball, yeah? Okay. It's 1-0. 100 right here, right here. Are you tired? How much do you drink? Okay. Let's go. Another step move once again. It's another step move. It's a low post. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? You're gonna show us what you got. It's 1, 2, oh, look at that! Oh! And no one get the rebound. Let's go. You guys gonna show us what you got. It's kicking off the court, okay? Kicking on the court. Let's go. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. Oh. Is that one of the moves? Is that one of the moves? What was that? What was that? Was that a foul? Was that a... Okay. It's time-consuming, right? You're going to play 3 points on you, okay? You need 1 3 points to end the game. Yeah. Okay, let's go. You're just going to play 3 more points. You're just going to play 3 points, okay? Let's go. Yeah, he's tired. He's so tired. Show us what you got. You got to say move once again. Oh, okay. Can you show us another move?
And you
Okay.
have one of the best
What you
teachers.
gotta do? You have 7 minutes. It's a 4 seconds violation. Come on.
6 minutes,
Oh! I feel like this is not KOTC. This is more like MMA. Okay, let's go. You know what? 1 minute. Just stay last 1 minute, okay? Just roll out. You keep pushing through, okay? Let's go. It's time to make it. Yeah, let's go. Talking. Oh, you missed that. I'm gonna give the one that scored the most when the time is up, okay? At 5 minutes. Let's go. You're so tired. You want to drink tonight? Let's go. Oh, okay. This is the final 30 seconds of the king on the court. Top team. There's a fun fake. Okay, it's 1-1. Final, okay? Might be the final play. It's 1-1 right now. Oh, you can see that. We need someone to score 1 more point, okay? That's it. 1 more point and we end the game. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our game right here between MBC Kirin and the 3rd floor boys, or the 3rd floor CALOSph Cooly team, all the way from the Philippines. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, or Ben Ibrahim as they say in other parts of the world, and Mark Dandan and Shell Gambao, our courtside reporter. But those are the stats right there, Mark, breaking it down for us, and the turnovers are staring right in our face.
Yeah, both teams really struggling protecting the ball right there, Ben. But definitely, MBC is doing a great job. 3-point wise, you can see 44%. They've made 8 out of 18 3-point shots. That's half their score. Half their score came from the 3-point line. Their bench points, also they're winning the bench battle, 26-9, led by Leong Jeng Zhang with 10 points. Their leading scorer coming off the bench. For 3rd floor, things are doing good. They've won the fast break points battle, 11 points to 10. Also won points in the paint. Surprisingly, they won points in the paint, 24-16, despite the lack of the world import and the presence of William Vedder inside the paint.
Well, you know what? In the first half, I just felt that the 3rd floor boys was the much better team because they were just getting in the lane, driving the lane, and scoring with ease. But now we're going to, just on that note, going to stop speaking about stats, and we're going to cross over to our courtside reporter, Shell Gambao, who's with one of the players, Lee Jia-jun.
And you also contributed 5 points to the team. You think luck is on your side because it's your birthday?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit lucky.
Well, I'm sure it's more than that because you had a slow start in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, we saw how the team was slowly firing up. What helped you get to that pace?
We just focus on our defense because at the first quarter, we don't have do a good defense, so we lose.
All right, thank you, Lee Jia-jun. Or JJ, now back to you, Ben and Mark.
Thanks very much, Shell. Yeah, Lee Jia-jun, he's not a man of very many words, and you know what? Talk to him about three-point shooting. Talk to him about attacking the rim or sharing it around the perimeter or switching on and aircon. That's that language that he knows how to talk. But he's going to be integral for this MBC team because, again, if he can protect the ball, and he really can set up his team in running those good offensive sets, I think MBC can really pull away with this in the second half and really inflict some pain on the third floor boys, with no disrespect to the third floor boys, because the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, the third floor boys were just flat, Mark.
Yeah, they were all over the place, turning the ball over. The transition defense was, for the lack of a better term, horrible. Right?
Yes, we can be blunt right here.
But I really like what I saw from JJ in the second quarter. He really controlled the pace for MBC. I think he got over his first game jitters. We saw Dexter really taking advantage of his experience in the first quarter against JJ, but in the second quarter, JJ really settled down, really changed the pace for his team. He really picked up his defense, which kind of carried over to all his teammates.
Well, as we can see, there's a lot of fans who have made their way from the Philippines. Or you know what? There's a big Filipino community right here in Malaysia. So it's great to see that they come down on a Sunday night. And we have some fans from overseas as well. So, from the Western world, which is really great to see. And don't forget, Maba Stadium is in the heart of Chinatown right here in Malaysia. Oh, wow. That's affection there for you.
Happy
Basketball
Easter.
is love.
It's a game for everyone, guys.
And this is something that they've introduced quite new, actually, in Maba Stadium, the Kiss Cam. And as you can see right here, a lot of conservative Malaysian faces
Not a
right
shy
here.
people, huh?
A little bit shy, but sometimes we get the husband and wife or the boyfriend and girlfriends, sharing their affection. But I don't think these two. I think these two guys will be saying, "What is going on?" Yes, blocked by a shoulder right there, and these two saying, I think they've got more affection with the phone.
He kissed his
See,
phone.
there you go. He's kissing the phone
He's
right
kissing
there.
his phone.
Yeah, I think he's kissing his girlfriend or his wife on the phone, and there's a happy family right there. And
Good to see the kids out tonight.
no,
huh?
it's great. It's
Yeah.
great. I mean, you know what? Most kids would be at home
Yeah.
having dinner. But this is the way that you grow a basketball system. You grow
Yep.
that village that you were talking about. Get your kids to be watching an international basketball game. Get your kids to be watching the AsiaBasket international tournaments of this world, especially this year's tournament 2023, which started in 2022. Get the fans down and really, really enjoy it. Don't forget, everybody, we are here until the 18th of April. So second half, Mark, what can we expect?
Well, number one, KALOSph third floor has to cut down on their turnovers, do a better job with their transition defense, and try to convert on the turnovers that they're generating from their press, because they get a turnover and then they turn it over. So
Absolutely.
it's been, not good for them in that sense.
On the drive. Good defense right here by MBC. Oh, that's intercept. Here they come in transition in the lane. Up and in! And he gets his first. No, he doesn't get his first back. Sorry, I was about to call there about Wan Seong, but he is on, well, not on fire at the moment, but with 4 points today. Mr. Chin, really, really timely intervention right there to, lay it up and in. There's a foul right there, and referee will halt the play first and not call continuation, Mark.
Not the way, if you're third floor, not the way you want to start the second half with another turnover and a fast break opportunity for MBC. Something you're really trying to cut down on.
Absolutely. And here comes the inbound from Anderson. Handoff. Anderson protecting on the drive. Oh, great D. So they keep it in. Lost the handle. Here they come. Transition again. Oh, lost the handle. Recovers. Beda protecting. Sizing it up. Driving. No. Off target.
We haven't really seen William Vedder establish himself in the first half. He only has 5 points and 5 rebounds to his name.
Step back three, miss. Yeah, well, he hasn't lit this world on fire today, but as I say that, he gets the intercept and he goes with a bounce pass, wing, tries to sting it from the outside. Couldn't. Beda cleans it up right there. He must have heard you, Mark.
No, yeah, that's something they're going to need if they want to pull away with the leading by 12 now, but they want to pull away. They want to see Vedder dominate the inside.
This is much better defense by MBC. Bang! Great shot right there by Anderson. That's his second 3 of the game, making this a 9-point game. I'm really impressed with Anderson, even though he doesn't have the height and he probably doesn't have the conditioning that he would like. He's giving this a red-hot go this game, Mark.
I told you, Ben, earlier. I told you Gerald Anderson can ball. He can score in many ways. He has that floater. He can shoot from the outside. And the most important thing, he's really passionate about the game.
Oh, no. You can see that. Someone who plays on the team, invests in the team, is a big one.
Oh, we got called in the push right there, failing to box out properly. The third floor guys.
Protecting, out, drive, swing, goes for the triple. He tried to back it in, but tried to recover right there. So this the Matthew Chin, but couldn't quite get there. Dexter from the outside on the wing. He's trying to do it all himself, Mark. Dish, Hawk, good defense by MBC, but it came off an MBC player, so inbound for the third floor team.
It's a pretty out of control play right there for the third floor. We see on the replay, it's a very random movement relying on last minute passes and something you don't want to see.
Posting up, off the fake, on the drive, baseline, turnaround, great defense right there. Rejection, shot clock violation as well. T-Shake, Bosango shakes it down.
Yeah, Bosango he's had a positive impact the moment he stepped on the floor. He's brought a lot of energy, especially in defensive end. And he's playing on the wing. He's giving these third floor players, their perimeter guys, a harder time because he's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, a lot faster than their perimeter guys.
But he's super strong. I mean, he's like a Superman out there. 6'3". I mean, bigger than your average Malaysian basketball player, which is about 5'10", 5'11". You know, with the that's the going average height for a Malaysian player these days. And that's why we really struggle with certain positions, especially the 4 and the 5 in the Malaysia basketball ecosystem. So if we can find anybody who's got any Malaysian heritage in them overseas.
I hope they're watching.
Yeah.
I hope they're watching.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, it's a very sensitive issue in Malaysia naturalizing a player because, you only, the Malaysian government only allows one citizenship, not dual citizenship. So that's tough. And, in this day and age where a lot of other countries are naturalizing foreign imports, like, Indonesia got 2 outstanding naturalized players. In your country, Philippines, you guys, with your Philam community, such a great depth of basketball talent right there, Mark. We are so envious.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of young kids coming up in the system here in Malaysia watching AsiaBasket right now, thinking I could be there in the future.
I hope so. Inshallah is the word that we use, God willing. Impian kita, which means we dream big. Beda dreams big, rebounds, and gets the putback.
No, I like seeing William Beda being that aggressive, taking it strong to the hole. Something we haven't seen from him in the first half.
Shoots for the 2, yes! And Gerald Anderson, recognized as the action drama prince of the Philippines acting industry. Well, he's not a prince at the moment, he's the king for the third floor boys.
He's bringing a lot of action on the floor.
Oh, absolutely. Not Jackie Chan style, Gerald Anderson style. His own brand, his own style. Gerald Anderson thought he'll go for the floater. Good pass to the baseline right there. Very smart that he saw one of his teammates open on the baseline right there, Mark.
Yeah, that's a quick pass right there. The good thing about what Anderson is doing is being very aggressive, as you can see here in the replay. Sucking in all the defense and last minute dishing it down to this big guy. Ben, you like to see the passion from Gerald Anderson translate to his own teammates right here on the floor, trying to keep them on in the game. He has 12 points leading the team in scoring, trying to do everything, scoring and defensively pressuring the ball.
So is in the Philippines, is he more of a point guard or, as you say in the Philippines, points guard that he gets the production?
I want to say he's more of a 2-guard, scoring guard.
Yeah, he doesn't fit to me.
Yeah,
he doesn't fit the mold of a 1.
Point guard. Yeah. It's more of a wing guy, a scoring wing.
But he's a bit undersized. But this man is not undersized, but he couldn't get it to the rack right there. Bosango Here they come. Anderson jabbing, driving, spinning, kicking. And there's a foul right there. Did you see that one, Mark? It happened pretty quick.
Yeah, he's Jared Anderson.
Foul.
It's
It was a
putting
reaching
the
foul.
moves. Yeah. He got sucked in right there on Bosango with the late help right there. You know, if you're a coach, you don't want to see, when you tell your guys to help, they want to help with both hands up, right?
Yeah, wall up. Yep. Dexter been quiet in this quarter. The celebrity shot, not quite there by Anderson, but he's had a great game. Take nothing away. He's courage personified for this third floor KALOSph Cooly team. Beda takes flight and one. Bucket in the bang. Now that's the William Beda that everybody wants to hire.
I think he heard us during halftime. Ben putting the ball on the floor, putting his head down, taking advantage of the smaller guy on him. Bull strong inside. You can only do so much if you're third floor PH. You don't have your world import. You're lacking ceiling in terms of your front line.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing just to share with everybody, you and Mark as well, you know, one thing about the import, especially now in Malaysia, they play such a pivotal role, not just on the floor, but in terms of the education of the locals.
That's true.
So Coach Guga, who's played with many, many talented locals before, he will say to the William Bedas of this world, look, your game is not to score 100 points. Your strategy is not to score 100 points. You have to bring up the local guys. Show them the standard. Show them how to box out. Show them how to play motion offense, you know. Show them how to play transition, and so forth and so forth. Corner pocket three.
And that's what you want to see from a professional like William Beda. Trying to raise the level of his teammates. Not just be here to get,
He's scoring at the moment.
You want to see him score, but you're also trying to lift up the level of your team to where you are.
Shoots for the triple, miss. An easy rebound and a putback right there by Bosango. Timeout call by the coach of the Philippines team, which is Joseph Guion. And I don't blame him. They're down by quite a bit, by 13.
No, they look like they're gassing out early here in the third quarter, Ben. And I think big part of that, you know, traveling, their travel schedule. They came in at 3 a.m. this morning. They weren't. I think they were able to shoot around also, so that had to wake them up pretty early. It's a lot of things going against them right now. They're battling a lot of adversity. But I know Coach Joseph. He's a great motivator. He's a good coach. He knows how to will his guys out of this quagmire that they're in.
Well, I'll take your word for it because you know the expectation of coaches these days is. I feel sometimes it's a very unfair job because you know certain owners will look at coaches. I mean, your coach, you would know, would look at you coaches and say, "You have a magic wand. Win the game." You know, don't give me the details. Just win the game. And it's not so straightforward as that. You know, I mean, there's plenty of things to consider. You've got the next games. You know, you've got a whole tournament coming up.
Yeah,
you know,
we're playing straight.
Yeah,
right?
and a team like this, you know, I would just, if I was a coach, I'd just look, just go out there and give it everything you got. You know, this team, like you said, haven't been together long. You know, they not the right players that they wanted. No disrespect to the players that's on the floor. Goes for the two. Miss. Dasum with an easy rebound. And Dasum is really, really good at that. A big shout out to Dasum, Wulipong Dasum's brothers, Kevin and Frankie, who plays here as imports.
Oh, really?
Yes, for the domestic season. And they play really well. Oh, and one. Beda took flight, put it up and in, and got the contact as well. He gets the hoop and the harm.
Right there, he's been doing it this whole third quarter, putting the ball on the floor, just bullying his way to the rim. Too easy.
Oh, he's a magnificent athlete, strong, powerful, and a good guy as well. I became friends with him in the ASEAN Basketball League, in the Batam League. Very nice guy, you know, passionate, and he was playing with a Bangkok Tigers team who was really struggling because they didn't have all their first choice national players. So I think they only won a handful of games. So a big shout out to my friend Ice, who is the general manager, team manager of that team. Really, really great guy. Sawadee Cup, Ice. Hope you're well, bro. Floater. It's good. You know, I mean, I have got nothing but praise for Mr. Anderson.
Now that floater is money for Gerald Anderson.
Well, they're keeping, those floaters are keeping this third floor team in this game. And Mark, could you tell us a little bit of a story? Why is this team called the third floor? Out of all the names that you could put out there, why the third floor?
It's actually a gym owned by Gerald Anderson.
Oh gosh, someone could have told me that before the game.
He owns a gym back home in the Philippines in Manila, Quezon City, one of the suburbs. Pretty popular one at that too. That's where he works out.
This guy is a super entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Actor,
yes, he is.
Gym
All around.
entrepreneur,
All around
owner
guy.
of a basketball team. Man, what can he do?
Right now, miss that floater.
Get that floater. Lee Jia-jun, he's played a really good team game. Blows by. Good. Oh, not the best kick in the world. Here they come. Anderson with a dish. And puts it in, sticks it in right there for the easy two.
That was a... Sorry,
Angelo Vanguardia. Sorry, Mark.
It was a great jump switch by Genmar Bragais on the drive from the MBC player. He read that beautifully, translating to that fast break attack.
Off the miss from the corner pocket three. Fires. Bang! Great shot right there. And that is Angelo Vanguardia. 6'2", the quiet assassin, lighting this stadium up. Vedder knocks it in right there with a response to really cool off that third floor gym momentum.
You know, that's only the second made three, I do believe. The second made three for third floor. They've been lacking in that department the whole game.
Corner, fire,
As
bang!
I say that.
Gerald Anderson, the leading scorer for the third floor team. Actually, well, the leading scorer for the third floor team is 17 points. The second leading scorer in this game behind William Beda with 18 points. It's a classic. It's a one to remember, and hopefully all the fans in the Philippines, his 1 million fans are watching this, which is driving the AsiaBasket International Tournament social media traffic through the roof.
I don't know if you saw, Ben, he had the Kobe Bryant scowl going on. He had the Black Mamba face going on after he hit that three. He's really into this.
Oh man, I hope he comes back all the time. On the drive, kick, swing. Trying to find a way through. Shot clock violation. Not aware of the digits on the clock, Mark.
I don't think they recognized that NBC shifted to a zone defense right there. They failed to recognize that they only saw it the last second. That's why they got the shot clock running out of them.
Ooh.
That's a tech.
Technical. You did. Vanguardia, he did that right in front of the referee.
Exactly. You can't do that. The lack of experience.
Oh, well.
It's right there.
Oh, man.
He was staring at him in the face. That's not a good look.
And you know what? Kudos to Lee Jia-jun. The younger Lee Jia-jun would have fought back, but he's worked it out. He's learned that, okay, you know, if I fight back, it'll make the situation worse. And right now, he's got the chance to really increase the lead for MBC, coached by Coach Gugar Deswaran Batumalai and assistant coach E. Ki Lit. Lee Jia-jun, he is a Malaysia D-League champion with the Red Baron team in 2019. They were playing the KL Dragons. They got destroyed in game one, but made won game two. And in game three, that went to overtime. And that was the first ever year that a D-League was set up in Malaysia, Mark.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see development going, not just, you know, in the Philippines. As a coach in the Philippines, I love to see development going out in the region.
Yeah.
It makes everything better.
We want to be like you guys. We want to make basketball our #1 sport. You know, I mean, this is unfortunately, we live in football territory, Asia.
Again, as a coach, you want to see the game grow globally, not just inside your own country.
Nice 3-shot by there. And that is his first basket of the game. Lim Wan Seong from the academy of Coach Iki Lim. Coach Iki Lim runs his own he runs his own basketball clinics here in Malaysia, and he has a lot of people reaching out to him all the time to improve their skill set so that they can become better players, hopefully make the national team and play for a club in the ASEAN region.
You like to see the interest growing, especially in the young guys, right? That's how you grow the game. You generate the interest, the love, the passion for the game, and you do it at an early age. And then you see all these young guys blossom as they grow up in the system.
100%. And he's gone a little bit cold here, Dexter, in the second half. Only 8 points. And, but he was to me, he was the player of the first quarter.
Definitely, he was setting the tone for third floor, dictating the pace. But right now, I think Lee Jun is doing a better job in terms of running the game.
Ooh, good press here. Get it over half court. Lost the handle. Good pressure by the third floor boys.
Again, Coach Joseph going for the 3/4 2-to-1 zone press, generating, making the Malaysian guys rush to get the ball over the half line. And that's what you want to do. You're not necessarily trying to generate the steal, but you want to see the opposing team rush and force them to commit mistakes.
Even though, we feel that the MBC team are in a bit of control right here, Mark. It's only a 10-point ball game.
Yeah, they've gone away from feeding William Vitter the ball at the high post and letting him attack off the dribble. They've settled again into swinging the ball around the perimeter and taking contested outside shots. And you got to give credit to the third floor guys. They're undermanned, but they're very scrappy, Ben. They're not settling. They could have put their head down early in this third quarter when MBC was making a run. But, they scratched, they clawed, led by Gerald Anderson and his aggressiveness. And they're just down 10.
And Naval brick post shots right there. So still a 10-point ball game. Wan Seong with the rock. Oh, stolen. Not the best pass by Jason. Hustle is very, very messy. And that's the second time Jason has done that in this game.
Yeah. And again, as I said earlier, your third floor is generating turnovers from their defense. But at the same time, they're throwing away right after. So, it's something mental at this point. They had an open layup, decided to pass it to the last second. MBC's right there defensively recovering, and they lose the possession again.
Well done to break the press right there. Wan Seong, good pass. Jason on the drive. Oh, it's good D and a holding foul right there. And Jason's struggling a little bit here, Mark.
Yeah, he's getting overwhelmed by the physical pressure from the third floor guards.
And you know what? It's players like Jason who need this level of competition on a regular basis. That's what's going to make him a better player. So our courtside reporter Shell Gambao, she is about to come in with some comments and tell us what's going on the floor and basically on the respective benches. What's going on, Shell?
Okay, Ben and Mark, it's really getting fired up down here in the court. And already evident is MBC getting fired up, but clearly the third floor is trying to contain the heat coming from their opponent. And according to assistant coach Th3rd, it's all about speeding up the pace and amping up the aggression, hence what we've seen in the action earlier in the court. But clearly, there's still a big gap between third floor and MBC. So let's see how this will play out later on.
Thanks very much.
Back to you, Ben and Mark.
Thanks very much, Shell. Yeah, they really need to up the tempo. And as Shell was saying that, I was about to ask her to take over commentary. And then as they scored a really good basket there earlier, but momentum at the moment, but it's with the third floor, but it's very scrappy with both teams. Dasum. Ooh, it's getting very physical and chippy out there, Mark.
Third floor trying to make the game a little more physical, trying to force MBC to make mistakes. But right now they're in the penalty, so they have to recognize when to not, be too physical with their defense.
68-58. 65-58, sorry, my bad. And Leong at the line. His 11th point of the game.
Ben, I have another question for you.
Sure,
Again, my first time seeing Malaysian basketball. How is the physicality here?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
not good enough.
Really?
I mean, look, there's guys who are tough, who are strong,
Yeah.
and who have the fight. But you know what? It's a psychological factor. We call it the mental toughness, winning mentality issues of certain players. It's just that a lot of these guys just want to play.
Yeah,
They're not
definitely.
really. They want to win, but their mentality is try my best to win. Not I want to go out there and kill you. So that's where Malaysian athletes really need to step up in the lane. And as per my point earlier, that's where Malaysian athletes, not just in basketball, in general across the board, you would see very, very few athletes who have that winning killer instinct. The one player that always is the benchmark of that, and unfortunately she's retired now, is Nicole David from squash. She was the world #1 squash player for many, many years. Unfortunately squash is not an Olympic sport. So yeah, but she dominated squash for a long, long time, and you see her attitude. She wouldn't talk to the press before the game. If the press came up to her and said, "Look, can we have a soundbite?" No, I told you all after the game, and she would just move on,
Wow.
focus, and execute.
Wow.
Deadly, and she's been used as a benchmark for a lot of Malaysian teams, but still not there yet, Mark. It's a million miles off. I mean, not a million miles off, but there's a long, long way to go. And that's what happens when something is a social thing here.
Yeah.
Here, played on a social level. When it becomes serious, it becomes, something that's difficult and something that nobody has hardly ever seen. As opposed to the Philippines, where it's very much embedded in your high school system, collegiate system,
definitely,
your D-League
definitely.
system, your Pro League system, your women's system, your master system. It's across the board.
Oh yeah.
I could do a PhD on it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, sorry to give you such a long-winded answer, but
all
that's
good.
the hardcore truth. And they lost the ball right there. Puts it up and in. Mr. Anderson on fire today.
Again, that floater has been there the whole game. I don't think he's only missed one floater this whole game. Now with the fadeaway.
The fadeaway, but couldn't get it. Look at this. This is much, much better end of the third quarter. It's only a 7-point ball game, Mark. Game
Yeah.
on.
Despite the run early in the quarter by MBC and William Vedder, third floor has managed themselves to scrap themselves back into the game with their defense, forcing turnovers.
So let's have a look at some of the highlights right here of the third quarter. So we are back right here. We're back right here for the fourth quarter. And it's only a 7-point ball game. Dasum goes for the three and knocks it down. They want to take care of business and take care of business early, Mark.
Yeah, you want to start strong if you're MBC. And you like what you saw from Mutimon Dasom right there. A challenge three. What a rare made challenge 3-point shot. Getting chippy right there.
Oh yeah. This is look at Anderson. He's just such a warrior, such a great player to watch. As he tries to push away Lee Jia-jun, and the 2-point guards having a little bit of an altercation, but nothing serious.
Yeah, nothing too serious.
Yeah, it's all basketball.
Two really competitive guys just having fun.
Just want to win.
Yeah.
Just want to win. That's all it is. Inbound. Handoff. Gotta space the floor. Screen. Drive. Lost the handle.
Another turnover.
Here, another one. I think the turnovers will be high tonight. Dasum on the wing. Dasum passes. Rises up.
Wow.
And he couldn't get that to go, but a great move and a nice middle cut right there by the one and only Tishek Bosango.
Excellent body control right there. Taking the contact, then trying to finish. But, less stronger guys would have lost the ball right there.
Absolutely, 100%. But he's a very strong athlete. I'm very impressed with him. Very athletic. Just probably needs a little bit more game time. But, because he's probably the third import, he is the third import of the MBC team. I know that Coach Gugan Aswanan Batumalai really wants to grow his locals in terms of a bit of a pipeline, So Lee Jia-jun off the screen. Dasum back to Lee Jia-jun. Swing, extra pass, fires. Miss. Oh, they got the ball back. Shoots for two. Got to put that away. Gets the Maba roll and in.
The Maba roll.
That's right.
That's what it is.
No, I called it that's AKA, that's Latin for getting the lucky bounce.
But I like what you call that, the Maba roll.
That's right. The Maba tin can be very friendly and can be very, very unfriendly and uncourteous sometimes, depending how you look at it and depending which team you're on.
That's a tough foul to take right there for Gerald Anderson. He's been all over the place, up in the air, down on the floor, and he doesn't mind getting hit.
No, man, he's tough. He's tough as nails. I'm very impressed with him. I mean, born in 1989 on the 7th of March. It was just his birthday recently.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Anderson. And such a young guy as well. Showing the way. Impressive. Really impressive. Who said you need to be old to be a successful entrepreneur?
Yep.
And he's showing us how it's done on the court and off the court.
He's leading third floor right now with 19 points. He scored 12 of those 19 points in the third quarter.
Actually, yes, those floaters, those signature floaters that he did in the third quarter.
That's money right there.
Yeah, well, that's the bread and butter of this team. But they're down by 13 now at the moment. They've got to protect the ball a lot better, Mark.
Yeah, right now they're working with 22 turnovers, Ben, as of the end of the third quarter. 22. And with almost a full quarter to play, they have to cut down on those turnovers if they want to get a chance to win this game.
Looking, surveying right here. Trying to go for the three, swing, drive in the lane, attacks! And he will get 2 shots right there. And that was good. That was really good by Genmar Bragis.
He's been very creative with his finishes. He's showing you right here, taking it strong, and he's going to switch to his left to finish. Quite the move.
Very athletic, and it's great to see that we have a courtside today who's full of energy and bringing us all the news. What's going on, Shell?
Hey, Ben and Mark. I was talking to Coach Guger earlier, and he definitely wants to close this game with a win. To do that, they're building the defense of the team, especially with a level of aggression coming from the opponent third floor. He even hinted that we might see a lineup purely locals playing as part of his coaching strategy to better prepare their young players for the coming games that can be even more intense. Back to you, Ben and Mark.
Good job there, Shell. That's really good info right there because very few local coaches would go with that strategy. I mean, if they want to win, they'll go with their best players, but going with an all-local lineup, a very small local lineup against this team. But you know what? I mean, no disrespect once again, and I'm sorry if I say that too much, is that there's only a few players in this third floor team that are man mountains. You know, all the others are not super big.
But they're going to have to be careful if they do that with third floor being this aggressive defensively, taking a lot of risks with their swipes.
It's a massive gamble. I do agree with you. I do agree with Shell. It's a massive gamble. But you know what? I mean, that's how you become a good coach, right?
Yep.
You know, so
You experiment.
You experiment.
You have to experiment.
You know, and if it works, you're the best coach in the world. If it sucks or it fails,
Back to the drawing board.
You're back to the drawing board.
Yep.
You know, so it is what it is. 8:21 to go left in this game, 75-64. It's been a close one all throughout. If you look, the first quarter, MBC outscored the third floor. Sorry, the third floor outscored MBC 22-21. But in the second quarter, it was the MBC team who outscored third floor 24-15. And then in the third quarter, it was third floor with the edge, 25-24. Like you said, a lot of that coming from Gerald Anderson with his floaters.
Yeah. And it was really a matchup between William Vidder and Gerald Anderson in that third quarter. Vidder had 13 points to lead the team in the early breakaway. And then Anderson took his turn, bringing down that lead almost single-handedly.
Well, now MBC trying to bring out the press. And Anderson right now, just outside the arc. Anderson thought about a three. You'll go for it, miss. Good rebound by Vedder. Outlet pass, Lee Jia-jun. Jia-jun just slowing it right down. I feel, Mark, that this game has had a lot of stops. Beda with the pull-up. Yes, easy two by William Beda.
No, he's really found his rhythm here in the second half. He can see it, and he has a lot more swagger going up the floor, especially with the ball. And this is a great ploy by Coach Guga, deploying a zone. As he knows that third floor has only made like 3 threes in this game, and they're having a hard time breaking that zone.
Off the fake, on the drive. Not the greatest pass in the world. Turnover, transition. Lee Jia-jun takes flight. And couldn't put that away, but he will get 2 shots to shoot for free.
Yeah, that's a great take right there by Lee Jia-jun. He saw Portales trying to challenge his shot, but at the last minute, with good body control, to take the bump right there, hanging in the air, drawing the foul, going to the line for 2 shots.
So Lee Jia-jun, the future of Malaysian basketball. Sometimes he can't commit to tournaments because of his full-time job.
What is his full-time job, Ben?
Like he said, he works in the air conditioned business.
Oh.
Yeah, so as a representative, seeing managing accounts and seeing clients. So, but there was one point that he stopped that job, and he was focusing on basketball. But he's a young guy, you know. But
it's his birthday too.
Yeah, I know. So
happy birthday, JJ.
Yeah, hopefully with we didn't see him during the pandemic much, as we didn't see a lot of basketball players, but hopefully he sticks with it, because I really believe he can be an outstanding point guard, not just for the national team, but for, as a good ASEAN import for other leagues. Who's to say he can't play in the Thai basketball league?
Oh, definitely.
Or who's to say he can't play in the Philippines or Taiwan, sorry, not Taiwan, Chinese Taipei. He's part of a small cohort of players that in Malaysia that we believe can really play at the Asian club level, which will be very beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, from my point of view, from the eye test, he's a really tall point guard. He sees the floor very well. I think it's a confidence matter for him, gaining all that experience, especially internationally. That's why he's playing, and that's why we have tournaments like the AsiaBasket right there to expose guys like Lee Jia-jun to more opponents like this very physical, very tough, very scrappy third floor team. And he's going to see a lot of that as he grows up in the international scene.
Oh, well, I like that word that you use, Mark, scrappy, but I like to call them a hustle team. You know, hard working, punching above their weight a little bit. You know, I mean, they've got the fundamentals, but it's just the conditioning and the timing and a few other factors. Tries to rise up and lost the ball right there. Oh, the very, very well recovered and nicely done by Dexter Zamora. That's his first basket for a while.
Yeah, he's been very quiet the past 2 quarters, right? With Gerald Anderson taking over scoring.
There's a mismatch right here. Double team on Beda. On the drive, kick. Launches the 3. Missed that by a country mile. So Zamora brings it up slowly. Beda telling his MBC teammates, track him down, guard him. Because if not,
he's going to do that.
3-point shot will just be served on the plate to Zamora, who took that. Goes for the 2, tried to bank it in. Couldn't work the angles, but recovered well. Lee Jia-jun saying, stay patient. Let's waste a little bit of time here. We've got a decent lead. What's the rush? Jia-jun off the screen set by Beda. Beda asking for it. Dasum penetrates. Couldn't put that away. Here comes Dexter Zamora. Baseline. Would that look like a semi-travel? Fires from the corner. Miss. Rebound. Out. Zamora. Fires. Miss. Up and scores from underneath the basket. Great move right there by Genma Bragis.
Yeah, you know, like you said earlier, Ben, you want to call this team scrappy, tough. They punch above their weight right now. They're punching back with this run. Fortunately, committing a foul right there. As
well,
I just said.
There's still a lot of time, Mark, and 5:16 to go in this game. You know, you never know. There could be overtime in this one. I mean, a late run by the third floor team could lead to a tied game, and you never know. I've seen this movie before.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and one thing about about that winning mentality that I spoke about. You know, I've seen Malaysian teams up by 11 to 15 points with about 4 or 5 minutes left, and then they just get complacent, and the lead is just evaporated. So, you know, that's another issue right there, the complacency factor. I've seen it so many times.
You know, as a coach, you don't want to see your players being too complacent, especially with the big lead right here. And you know your opponent doesn't stop playing.
Leong Jeng Kang with a miss there, but with 12 points, he's had a pretty good game. Corner, launches. Whoa, way off target.
Way off. And as with any player that hits the backboard, he says it slipped out of his hands. It's a very common excuse.
Yeah, I'm sure you coaches have heard it all.
Oh, definitely.
T-Shake.
I've had players lose multiple teeth to the dentist just to miss practice.
T-Shake Wasango not losing his teeth yet, or if at all. Goes for the 3. Yes!
That's gotta
Drains
hurt.
that.
That's gotta hurt.
Through and through. What a great shot right there by Leong Jeng Kang.
That's the gamble you take when you press. Somebody's gonna be open right there to hurt them.
Off the extra pass, but air ball. And MBC doing it with ease at the moment with a very, very healthy lead. Lee Jia-jun said, give me a backdoor cut. Beda, skip pass. Off the fake. Attacking with the pass. Shoots for the triple. Miss. Rebound. Up and in. And great job. Again, he's on fire at the moment, Leong Jeng Kang. Lost the handle. Beda keeps it in play. Here he comes. Will he go coast to coast? But he passes. A good feed and nice feed to T-Shake Bosango. Timeout call by the coach Joseph Guillon from third floor.
It's getting pretty messy out there for third floor.
It is. It's almost reaching the 20-point mark.
Mm-hmm. It's been a quick 9-0 run right there for MBC. You know, third floor has been fighting, getting the lead down to 9-7 points, but they tend to lose steam with their runs, and they give up silly fouls and easy baskets like this in the replay right there. In a blink of an eye, they're down by 17 with 4 minutes left, Ben. Right now, you know, you can still do one more push with 4 minutes. But you have to avoid those silly turnovers and those cheap fouls. Especially that now you're racking up fouls and going to the penalty.
So, about to start or restart this game. And William Beda, I think is my contender for player of the game if I had to make a choice. From the
Definitely.
free throw line and puts it in off the bounce with the hook shot.
He's dominated the second half for MBC.
Yeah.
Really been the
And
X factor.
and he didn't play all 4 quarters.
Definitely.
Yeah, so impressive. Oh, lost the handle. Here they come.
Oh.
Being clumsy. Oh, Bosango tried to win it back.
Oh,
They're all over
oh,
the
he
place
got
at the moment, the 3rd floor.
He got away with the travel right there.
He did.
Lucky.
Reach and foul, 2 shots for 3rd floor. It's not a foregone conclusion yet, Mark.
Oh, definitely. 3.5 minutes left. Stranger things. I've seen stranger things happen.
I'm sure you have.
You know, Tracy McGrady with 13 points in a minute 30, right?
Zamora.
With how the game is being played nowadays, with threes.
Dexter Zamora. You know, he had a bad ACL injury during his career. Mentored by former Latran head coach Bonnie Tan. And played for the Philippine University Pirates. That's another thing I envy about the Philippines. You got a great UAAP and your college system, you know. University of Santo Tomas, University of the East. You know, the Bulldogs, great teams. Ateneo, De La Salle.
Yeah.
You know, I love your country, man.
You know, we give a lot of opportunities to kids.
Yeah,
that's
you do.
the best thing.
You love the game.
Yeah.
And that's what AsiaBasket is all about. You know, bring that DNA, not just in the Philippines, but in other countries.
Definitely.
And bring it here to Malaysia, spreading the word that this is a tournament. This is an international tournament. You know,
This is where you want to play.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, this commentator team has one guy from the Malaysia, which is me, which is one guy from the Philippines, which is you. Could be a multinational of other nationalities, you know, which is great to see. You know, we could see ex-players coming back as analysts, you know, which we would love to see as well. Imagine having Lee Jia-jun in the commentator box in 20 years' time.
That should be fun.
Yeah. And, you know, we're talking about that moment right here when Mark Dandan and Ben Ibrahim were talking about me when I hit that shot. You know, that's what history and moments are all about.
Oh, yeah. And you love to see stuff like that happen, you know. It's full circle moments, right?
Absolutely. You know, like, I mean, I'm in my 40s. When I started this job, I was just hitting 30. So, you know, I mean, it's great, you know, and seeing some of my friends coming up to me and said, you know, when you first started commentating, you were over the top. And now, you know, you're really passionate and enthusiastic, and you bring that passion with people like yourself and people like Shell and people like Noel Zarate. You know, it's great because we love the game. It just comes back to that I grew up with a tagline of basketball when I was growing up. It was that basketball tagline is, we really love this game.
Oh, yeah. 90s NBA tagline.
Yeah, very much so. So we really love this game, Asia Basketball International style.
And again, you know, you have to appreciate leagues like AsiaBasket for providing us with an avenue to not only to showcase our skills, but to give back to the game that you all love.
Do you feel that this game has? I agree with you, by the way. Do you agree? Do you think this game is stop-start to the max? I just felt the referees have blown the whistle for everything today.
Oh yeah, it's been the pace has been up and down. Referees have been trying their best to control, especially when it got a bit physical. They started blowing their whistles a lot more.
Dexter Zamora making a late shot. Oh, Lee Jia-jun was hit right there. Oh, he is winded. We can't see it on screen at the moment. Oh, he's holding his hand. He's injured his hand before. He looks heavily winded.
Looks like he's clutching his left hand.
He has injured his wrist before in previous tournaments. Yeah, it looked inflamed right there from in real time. Oh, gives the ball away. Drives to the tin. Travel. Goes the other way.
I don't know about that. Seems like a gather step. It's very confusing nowadays with the introduction of the gather step, right?
Let's look at this again, Mark.
You can see a bad inbound pass. It seems like a good gather, but again, it's open to interpretation.
Subjective stuff.
Yep.
Young stolen, strip, and cashes it in right there. Zamora. Oh, sorry, not Zamora, my bad. Bagais.
And I think this is the, oh no, we still have Wasango inside. Gerald Anderson.
Gerald Anderson from downtown makes this a 7-point ball game. I told you it was not a foregone conclusion.
And I told you, stranger things have happened in basketball. You gotta love the fight from this third floor team. Not giving up.
Driving right there, good feed, and puts it away. And assisted the game right there by Cooly from one of our sponsors. Inbound. Gets a 2.
No, with JJ out of the game right now, MBC's having a hard time just inbounding the ball, Ben.
Absolutely. I think they're also a little bit rattled as well. They haven't had much time together.
Oh, that hurts right there. It's a foul, and third floor is the penalty. MBC is going to be shooting the rest of the way with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in this. What turns out to be an exciting ball game.
As the song says, played by the MC or the DJ, everybody clap your hands. Lots of time left in this one. 5-point ball game, and let's see what Mr. T-Shake can do from the line. Couldn't hit that one. Needs to hit one of these. He's on 11 points at the moment. The Philippines fans trying to put him off.
Doing a good job of it too.
Yep.
Right there. Ooh.
And makes it the lucky Maba bounce.
The Maba bounce shows up again. And we got Beda coming back in.
Yep, well, they want to win the game. Rim protection. High press. High court press. Full court press. Driving. Out. Drives the lane. Out. Fires. Miss. Gets the rebound. Good job. Good hustle for the 2. No. Who can hang on to the ball? T-Shake. One-on-one situation. Blows by and flies by to get the 2.
That's a tough job to catch. Bosango one-on-one with the full steam, full speed. Tough job to ask for a smaller Filipino guard.
Baseline. Dexter out, swing, fires a 3, miss. Dasum with the rebound. They've got to slow it down right now and hang on to the 10. Dexter, Beda, sorry. Up, oh, foul there on. So Bosanga draws the foul.
You gotta like Basango's confidence. Despite he's been missing a lot of free throws, he hasn't stopped going to the rim.
But he hasn't stopped attacking the rim.
Yes, sir. That's big right there. The guy's with his 5th foul.
Yeah, he fouled out. That's a shame. He was really the heartbeat of that hustle. T-Shake.
Seems to have settled down after that Mamba roll free throw.
Yeah, well, he must have heard us. T-Shake. Bosango studying a business degree at UCSI, which is a local university here in Malaysia. So I think he wants to call Malaysia home for a while, and hopefully he'll stay.
And you can see he has the raw tools.
Yeah, he does. He's a raw player, young guy.
He can be molded.
Definitely, 100%. Dexter with off the bank and in. This is a dramatic finish right here. Pass. Gotta slow it down. Dasum. Dasum saw the double team. Good move by Dasum, just to waste a bit more time.
No need to rush if you're MBC.
Posting
There's
up.
a minute left.
Dasum on the attack. Slips. Gives it away. Here comes the 3rd floor boys at half court. Drives the lane up. No. But they get it back for the corner. Anderson kicks out. Anderson for the 3. Miss. And that is MBC ball with 36.7 seconds left. They will try to waste a bit of time. And Coach Joseph Guillon telling the referee, what kind of calls did you just make, man?
Oh, they're asking for a review of the last out-of-bounds play.
And referee Nicole will go to the review. 92-85, 36.7 seconds left.
You know, Ben, despite the obvious height disparity, 3rd floor has held their own rebounding-wise.
Oh yeah, they've done very, very well. I mean, like I said, this is not the biggest Filipino team I've ever seen. You know, actually, to be honest, it's quite small in terms of size. But you know what they lack in size, they make up in that hustle and that grit and that stamina to keep going. You know, they may not be fully fit, but they just do not quit. You know.
And as they go deeper into the tournament, they're going to get that fitness back.
Absolutely, and they're only down by 7 points. Anything can happen in these next 37 seconds.
It's going to be big if they get this possession back.
Trying to make the shot.
It's not clear there who tapped it out last. Is it Flores or Vedder? Flores was trying to tip it back out to half court. Right there.
Looks like it came off Beda, to be honest. In my opinion. That's just strictly my opinion.
Oh, he's...
But angles are subjective. Oh, maybe...
I don't know.
Hold on, he reached in right there. Oh, yeah. Maybe
50-50?
50-50. It's a tough one to call.
Jump?
Probably be...
So both their hands were right there.
No, because the palm...
Yeah.
His palm went in and took it off. He scooped it off Beda.
But Vedder's fingertips were right there too. He had like a bigger hand. See?
Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao. That's the song at the moment. Who's going to say ciao?
Makes for a very exciting finish.
It does, it does.
Yeah.
We won in a close game. We got a close game. We didn't get a blowout game, which was excellent to see. So what does referee Nicole say? Oh, it goes to MBC as T-Shake Basango smiles from ear to ear.
We'll see one more full court press from 3rd floor. Trying to get one more steal.
Inbound by Dasum, not the best one. They get it back. Drive the lane, no! Rebound by Dasum as he makes up for that calamity. Hold it, says MBC. Hold it, swing. Don't lose the handle. Dasum, almost a steal. Dasum. William. Thought about the sidestep 3, but William. Pass. Shoots for the triple. Oh, that clearly came off MBC. No dispute right there. And
no need for any kind of review.
And that's pretty much the ball game, Mark. You know.
It's been a good one, Ben. You know, this is the kind of games you want to see on opening day. Teams fighting tooth and nail till the last buzzer.
Well, absolutely, and welcome to Malaysia, Mark.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
Miss. And that is the game, everyone. MBC take this one 92-85 over the 3rd floor KALOSph Cooly team from the Philippines. Final score right here, MBC 92, the 3rd floor team 85. So let's have a look at some of the highlights right here, Mark. It was a game to be remembered and one that will go down in history. You know, the second game of the 2023 tournament. It was, I mean, we couldn't pick that one, could we?
No. You all thought that MBC would have the advantage. Seeing that KALOSph 3rd floor didn't have the world import, but it wasn't a crutch. You know, it wasn't a disadvantage in this game. Just too many turnovers. The 3rd floor really did them in.
So Shell our courtside reporter, will be interviewing William Beda, who scored 23 points tonight, and he will be with us very, very shortly. But Mark, what do you make of these highlights right here?
It really shows how the contrast is stylistically. You see the Philippines team pressing, running, trying to get to the rim, while MBC settled for a lot of three-point shots. But at the end of the day, you know, the advantage they had with William Beda was the difference maker. Now we're throwing it to our courtside reporter, Shell Cambao, with William Beda.
So over to you, Shell.
And Mark in here with the player of the game, William Beda. Yeah. So, William, we all know that it's very important to make points in order to close this one out. But you also had an outstanding, you were fired up both offensively and defensively. How are you able to read the opponent's offense so well?
We knew that they couldn't really shoot that well, so we sagged off and went zone, and we just played it to our advantage. I stayed in the paint and played the defense, so we was able to get the win tonight.
Yeah, we heard from Coach Guga that it's part of his coaching strategy to expose these younger talents to more intense games such as this one. So how do you think you contribute to that?
We know we have a young team, so we had to get out and run, and we did just that. We had a lot of fast break points, and we was able to get the win also. We played well.
That's great. Thank you so much, William, and congratulations. Back to the panel.
Thanks very much, the Shell. So that is the stats right there, my friend. Look at those turnovers. That ain't pretty.
Yeah,
a lot to think about for both teams.
Both teams, MBC with 31. Despite the win, they had 31 turnovers. But they dominated rebounding. They did better with the three-point shooting. At the end of the day, they had the huge advantage with William Beda inside. Spelled the difference today and got them the win tonight.
Well, you know what? I mean, ball protection, like I said, in Malaysia is a challenge. And, I mean, the 3rd floor boys did a good job. You know, they hustle, but lacked a little bit of size because the MBC team had a few big imports, you know, with, you know, T-Shake and also, you know, William, you know, crashing the boards there very, very easily. But you know what? A very good game regardless.
Definitely.
Put the stats away. The final score, 92-85. Put that away as well. Really, the hashtag of this game was a very, very good game. So that's the end of this one, everybody. The MBC Kirin team from Malacca, Malaysia, defeat the 3rd floor KALOSph Cooly team from the Philippines, 92-85. On behalf of Ben Ibrahim, Mark Dandan, and Shell Gambao, thank you so much for watching tonight. It has been a real pleasure having you with us throughout the game. And my favorite line to all our Philippine viewers in the Philippines, Kumusta? Maganda ang Pilipinas. And not just Philippines is a beautiful country. Philippines is a basketball beautiful country, and Malacca loves basketball as well. My name is Ben Ibrahim, next to Mark Dandan. Thank you very much for watching tonight, and we'll see you on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow is a rest day for the players. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.